Hi, I'm Mike, and today we put the bulls out with the cows and try not to get censored on Our Wyoming Life. Welcome back, and thanks for joining us once again. And if this is your first time here, be sure to subscribe, follow along as we explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary. It's a windy day on the ranch, which is really no surprise in Northeast Wyoming, but it's also a very busy day on the ranch because we have one project to get done first here this morning, and that is that we have to get the bulls in with the cows. It's not the most glamorous of projects in the world, but it's one that has to happen every single year or else, well, we don't have any calves. And for those of you who might have missed that class in 5th grade, I hope you didn't, but if you did, there are basically two ways to go about this process. There's natural service, which we do, and then there's AIing, which we don't do, and we never have done. Not that I wouldn't try it. Artificial insemination is a great way to improve genetics of your herd and make sure that you got the diversification out there that you may need. But for us, natural service has been the way that we've always done it. And this year, though, we've got a few little wrinkles thrown in that we have to think about as we head out to get the bulls. And to do that, we need a trailer. Always remember to close your tailgate. That's a really expensive mistake. Today we're moving bulls in our Featherlight 16-foot steel trailer, which Featherlight is a little bit of a misnomer because this is actually one of the heavier trailers that we have on the ranch, and we always use it for moving bulls just because bulls can kick really hard, and the aluminum trailers that we have, they'll actually kick right out of them. This is a good example right here of a kick that went into this trailer, and you can see where it bowed that whole thing out. If that was an aluminum trailer, I think it probably would have went right through. So rather than risk that, we use this trailer to move our bulls around. So our bulls are located right across the highway where they've been hanging out in their own little bachelor pad, about a 5-acre pasture for the last few months since we took them off the cows last time they did their job. And on our ranch, they really only have one job, and that is to get as many cows pregnant in as little amount of time as possible. So placement of this trailer is actually really important. The door is only so wide, and the bulls are just as wide as that door. Some of them weigh over 2,000 pounds. So I gotta make sure that I've got everything lined up so that the bulls are able to get in the trailer and not get stuck. Trust me, it's happened. Okay, so we've got the trailer backed up to the chute. Really all we have to do now is bring in the bulls and get them on the trailer. But we have one more issue that we have to deal with, and that is another bull. Well, kind of a bull. This is our problem child. He doesn't look like much. In fact, he looks like a steer, kind of, but with one, just one big difference. He's actually what we would refer to as a stag. He's a steer that was castrated back at branding time. Unfortunately, when we put the band on the testicles, we try to count 1, 2. Sometimes we only count 1. And that's what happened to him. He is basically a one bald man, and he's off to the rodeo. In fact, Tuesday, on our Tuesday project list video, we're gonna deal with him. So make sure you subscribe, follow along as we explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary. That's coming up on Tuesday on Our Wyoming Life. But for now, we have our project to do, and that is to get the bulls up and in this corral. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically do like I always do whenever I move cattle, and that's walk the path backwards from wherever I want them to go and make sure the path is clear, all the gates are open, and everything's ready to go. So this is just something I like to do. I don't know if it's required, but I've ran into situations quite a few times where you get the bulls or the cows or whatever you're trying to move this far and you realize, oh crap, there's a gate closed, I gotta start all over. So whether it's in a corral system or we're just putting them on a trailer, we start here at the end and we work our way forward. This gate could actually cause a little bit of an issue just because we could get a bull back behind it. So I'm actually gonna open it all the way up against this fence. And then when the bulls come in here, we're able to lock them up. Same thing here with this gate. And this gate. As we're gonna be moving the bulls from their bull pasture, which is about 5 acres, into the sheep pasture, where we used to keep buck sheep, which is about 5 acres, and then eventually into the corrals. So the bulls are right over here. There they are, all 3 of them. We've got our red Angus bull there, a black Angus bull behind him, and another black Angus bull over there to the side. That one is actually, I don't know if you can see him back there, but that is Doof Vader, who was a brand new bull to the ranch last year. And here's the rub. Each one of these bulls weighs over 2,000 pounds, like I said. Each one is horny. They're full of testosterone, and I don't want to tangle with them on foot. I'm just not fast enough to get away from them. So I'm going to go back over to the shop, grab a 4-wheeler, come back over, and work them in with the 4-wheeler, especially since I'm here by myself. Erin's got some EPP stuff to do. Jeff is actually down fixing fence and getting fence checked on the summer pasture, as we already have cows down there, as you'll see in just a few minutes as we get these bulls down there. So I'm gonna run across the road, grab a 4-wheeler, and I'll be right back. And I think we're already making headway. These guys have already moved up into the sheep pasture here. So we are gonna go ahead and close this gate to keep them from going back into the bull pasture. Alrighty, boys. You ready to go? Come on, let's go back down this way. Come on, follow your friend. Come on. Let's go to work. So the hope is that these guys are anxious enough to go to work, that they kind of know the routine. They've been through this a few times, so hopefully they're able to just go in the corral and load themselves up without much interference from us. Get in there, yeah, let's go, come on. Woohoo! Come on, boys. Come on. All right, I gotta get this gate closed. And there we go. We've got them locked in a much smaller area now, which makes things a lot easier. So So now we go from smaller area to even smaller area. Come on, boys. Nope, nope, nope. Come on. Oh, crap. Kinda got myself cornered here a little bit. Come on, boys. Scooch up. Come on. Come on. Follow your friend. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Everybody in the trailer. Let's go. Can we get everybody in there? Woohoo! We got them. They're loaded up, no problem at all, and they're ready to go. As for our one bald friend that got to hang out and watch the lack of excitement, really, we are going to push him back into his corral here if we can find him. Hey, bud, you got to go back up there, where he gets to hang out until Tuesday, when we're going to do something about his little situation. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell button so that you get notified when we have a new video come out every Tuesday and Friday right here on Our Wyoming Life. Back to the bulls in the trailer. We're going to get them a little bit of medication on our way through as we head down to the cows to get them dropped off to get to work. Okay, so back here at the shop, I want to grab some ivermectin for these guys. It's a medication that we usually put on the cows during branding. We also do it during preg checking. And it's basically just to kind of keep the parasites down, some black flies, mites, lice, all that kind of good stuff. So I'm gonna dig that out and we'll get these guys treated before we take them down to the cows. All right, so ivermectin, I've got plenty of. The problem is I do not have, oh yes I do. Here's one right here. All right, so this is the ivermectin gun. Basically just squeezes a dose onto the back of each bull. We want to make sure that we get them pretty well covered. And I think it's around 80 milliliters per 800 pounds. So there's a little dial on here, you just set that right there. So we'll take this out, we'll get these guys dosed up really quick. All right, so it's really super simple. All I gotta do is get in here and spray it on the back of each bull. Okay, so each one's gonna get a couple doses because of how big they are. Okay, next. All right, that should keep anything off them for a while, and probably off me too. All right, I'm gonna drop this off here in the shade, put that away when I come back, because now it's time to head out to the cows. It's time to go. So we're gonna be driving back about 5 miles or so to drop off these bulls. All right, so we talked earlier about some of the tricky things that we're gonna be dealing with here with these bulls. And you may have noticed there's only 3 bulls in here. So the general, boy, it's getting hot in here. The general idea, or the general concept, or however you want to look at it, is that each bull will service about, we usually go about 25 cows for each bull. So that's over a normal breeding season. So obviously we only have 3 bulls right now, and that's because we lost a bull over the winter. He actually just passed away. We're not sure what exactly happened, but we're down to 3 bulls, and that puts us at about 75 cows that these guys are going to be able to service in a normal breeding season. Now, there's 2 ways around this, and one of them really isn't a way around it, but the first option that we have is that we leave the bulls in for a longer amount of time. Now, our normal breeding season is about 60 days or so we could leave them in for 90 days and give those bulls some extra time to service those extra cows and get the job done. Of course, that then extends our breeding season to 90 days as well. But right now we're in the middle of this drought. I don't know if we're going to have enough food or be able to buy enough food to be able to feed these guys all winter long. So are we better off to just keep the 3 bulls, let them service for 2 months like we normally would, and then basically we hope that they impregnate 75 cows in that time frame. They might impregnate more. And then at preg checking, we take the cows that aren't pregnant, and those ones we get rid of, thus culling the herd, creating a smaller herd so that we don't have to feed as many cows over the winter. These are some of the questions that we have to deal with almost on a day-to-day basis. Luckily, I don't have to answer that question today because we're going to go put the bulls out. We have obviously lots of time, the entire summer basically, to try to figure this out and how we're going to do it. So I have 60 days to figure out what we're going to do, and so it gives me time to find hay, figure out prices and all that kind of good stuff, get a loan from the bank, and be able to buy hay, and then figure out what calving is going to look like and what the herd's going to look like for this winter and what calving is going to look like next season. So that's kind of where we're sitting, and how life is leaving us hanging. So we've got quite a ways to go before we get back to the cows. We're going to drop these guys off and see how they do. But until then, why not just kick back and listen to some tunes?
Hey, now look into my eyes. You can use them as a mirror, baby. You're my ticket to paradise. Hey, now everything's alright. We've been longing for each other, and it feels like I'm on cloud 9. I don't wanna be without you. This is something that I know for sure. It's just something about you. I just want more. Tell me what you wanna do right now. Tell me what you wanna do tonight. I really don't care as long as I'm with you. Hey, now look into my eyes. You can use them as a mirror, baby. You're my ticket to paradise. Hey, now everything's alright. We've been longing for each other, and it feels like I'm on cloud 9. As a mirror, you're my ticket to paradise.
So it looks like a majority of the cows are actually a lot farther away than I thought they were. We're about almost 6 miles back on the ranch right now, heading back towards our old wooden windmill and a little pond back here that it's pumping into, and we'll get the bulls off to the ladies and off to the races. boy, good boys.
Yeah, it feels like I'm on cloud nine.
Well, there you go. We managed to make it through an entire episode of putting the bulls out without getting censored by YouTube or anybody else. So, congratulations to us. So, the bulls are out, which means that calves will be on the way in roughly 283 days. Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the date. 283 days from today.
It's Sunday, April 10th, 2022.
There we go. That will be the beginning of calving in 2022. And of course, another 30 and 30 on the way probably. So lots of fun. This is the beginning of something cool on the ranch, something good that keeps the ranch going for another year. And, well, keeps us all going for another year. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with me. Once again, we will see you on Tuesday. Remember, we're going to come back with the project list and take care of that stag bull, the one testicled bull. We need to basically cut bait with him and figure out what's going to happen. That's coming up on Tuesday. Should be a lot of fun. New videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. Make sure you subscribe and follow along as we explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary. Thanks, guys, and thanks again for being a part of our Wyoming life. Really?